Chapter 8, Confronting Marginalization. In this chapter 8, we will be discussing how the marginalization was being checked. How did the Constitution of India try to promote the interest of the weaker sections? How did they stop the wiping of the cultural identity of the minority group by the majority? How did they promote the minorities' interest, their culture, and their rights to preserve them, and also formulated certain rights to ensure that there is equality and they are meted with equal treatment in the society. So in this lesson we will be discussing about all the constitutional rules or laws which give strength to have equality in the society and also to avoid any kind of discriminations which are meted with the marginalized groups. First, let us see here, invoking fundamental rights. Through the fundamental rights, the Constitution of India has guaranteed the right to equality to all the individuals who are born in our country. There is no base like a caste, a religion, a region, a language, or color, or creed, or anything else which can discriminate any person or basing on his birth also. So there should not be any discrimination. If you are doing any discrimination, that is wrong. You are eligible to get punishment if you discriminate somebody on the basis of the natural tendencies which happen in our life and also some of the societal trends which we have, like the caste system, the rich people, the poor people, like that. So first, through the fundamental rights, they have guaranteed the equality to every individual in our country. And moving on to first, how did these marginalized groups get benefit from the government? The marginalized groups got much benefit, but it took a lot of time for them. First, they have made the government to recognize the injustice which has been done to them. How can the government recognize? Because without knowing what is the problem, we cannot find the solution. When you know what is the problem only, we can try to find out what is the solution. So in this process, first the marginalists try to highlight what is the injustice that is happening to them, and that has to be noticed by the government, and it got registered in the government that this kind of injustice is being meted to the people. These are different kind of injustices which the people of the lower caste, the scheduled caste, or the Dalits are facing. And later, second, then the government is given the responsibility to ensure that the injustice doesn't happen again through its laws, and if anyone crosses the limit, he is going to get punishable offense, because if you cross the limit, it is a punishable offense. So he is entitled to get some punishment for his acts, for what he had violated the constitutional rules or laws. So first they made the what is the injustice that is happening to them, that to get recognized by the government, and later the government has recognized that one, so immediately government will respond to stop that kind of injustices which are meted to the people and formulated certain laws. Once the laws are formulated or which are already in existence that are not getting implemented properly in a particular region, so the injustice is happening. So the government has taken the responsibility to implement the laws perfectly in that region, and if necessary, they have also framed certain new laws within the spirit of fundamental rights and the extension of the fundamental rights, like right to education has been added recently to all the children aged from 6 to 14 years of age, that is 1 to class 8. So this is not a violation of the fundamental rights, but this is an extension of the fundamental rights what they are having. In that right to equality, they are also giving the chance for them to get equally educated with the other citizens of the country. And Article 17 of the Constitution guarantees for the individuals that any kind or practice of untouchability is an offense. If we look at the Hindu caste system in our country, from the Manu Dharma Shastra till date, we have the division of the human beings basing on the work they do. It was mentioned in the Manu Dharma Shastra that we have fourfold caste system. One is the Brahmanas, those who perform the religious rituals to the gods, the deities and all. Then we have the Kshatriyas who rule and who govern. Then we have the Vaishyas who do the trading business. Then moving on to the Sudras. The Sudras are doing all the other menial works. So this fourfold caste system, as the centuries passed, it became very, very rigid, and now it is being strictly enforced for many categories of people. Especially the Sudras are considered only to work for the higher caste people. So if we look in the 17th and the 18th centuries, the entry of the Sudra caste people into the temples or the public places or to have the common dining are being strictly prohibited for them. So these kind of prohibitions which are there in existence for many centuries in our country is first brought to the notice of the government that like this inhuman treatment is being meted to the people of the marginalized groups who are considered as lower caste groups, who are considered as Dalits. So once it is clear, the government understood what is the pain that the people are suffering because of this old custom of caste system. Later, the framers of the Constitution framed such laws which prohibit all these kind of discriminations at any other cost in the country after India gets independence. So Article 17 strictly prohibits any individual or any practice of untouchability. If it is reported, it is a punishable offense. So no one can discriminate the other one. No one can discriminate or keep a group aside. No one is denied the entry into the temples. No one is denied entry into the public places. No one is denied entry to have the common dining with the other groups together. So this is called first recognition, then enforcing the law is the responsibility of the government. If anyone violates this, the government takes the responsibility and to give strict punishment to them and take stringent action against the group so that they don't repeat this kind of actions, or anybody else also do not dare to perform this kind of actions. And Article 15 also supports to Article 17 by 15 states that any form of discrimination basing on the caste, color, creed, region, religion or any other divisions cannot be entertained. If anyone is following this, he is liable for punishment. So Article 15 and Article 17 go both hand in hand to ensure that equality is existing in our country.